Hello, I am FedoraG4mer, and welcome to another episode of Is It Fun? Today we are looking at Aces Wild, as it says as the subtitle, Manic Brawling Action. Manic Aerial Brawling Action might be a better description. Right off the bat, I will mention that the developer was kind enough to give me some extra codes to this game, so I am giving away 3 copies of this game. All you have to do is leave a comment below and to enter for a chance to win a copy. Let's go ahead and get right into the game. We'll just do arcade mode and start from the beginning. There are 3 different characters to choose from. I'll just stick with the main character, Ace Wilder. Okay, so what is this game? It is a brawler that is very aerial focused. Brawler is sadly a genre that mostly died out for quite a while. There's a little bit of a resurgence of it, which it's a genre that I really enjoyed actually. I kind of miss the old brawlers. This game is very, very fast-paced, and it is actually quite difficult. I will warn you of that right now. I'm on the second to lowest difficulty setting, which is the default difficulty setting. There's like 3 more difficulty settings above that for the extremely insane, apparently. As you can see, you can pretty much stay aerial the entire time. And for the most part, it's probably a good idea. There's some levels and areas where you actually have to. If you drop down to the bottom, you will take damage, actually. I'm doing pretty poorly because I'm not great at this game in the first place, and talking while trying to play it is extremely distracting. Anyone who thinks that is easy has never tried it. So let's get down to the mechanics of this game. Oh, I should have dodged that. There is 2 main attacks. There is the standard rush attack, which builds your wild meter at the top, which you will see underneath the life bar, which I'll explain a little bit more about that wild meter here in a little bit. Then there's the crash attack, which uses wild meter for a massive attack, but there's more to the wild meter than just that. Then there's dashes, which you can, if your wild meter is up high enough, you can dash pretty much indefinitely. You can jump almost indefinitely. You just need to have like a 1-second pause in between jumps, so you can do some cool air jumping. As I said, dashing is pretty much indefinite once you get up high enough in your wild meter. And then there is dodge, which I don't use very effectively, which is why I usually get destroyed. There I nailed a dodge and nailed another dodge. Nope, didn't dodge that or that. There's also a destructible environment. You can also hit pieces of the environment into the enemies, which is extremely satisfying to do. As for control, okay, we got a little mini boss here, which is probably going to, I mistimed my dodge there. Any bosses or mini bosses will have a blue bar as well as their life. I missed the dodge again. Come on. No, I missed the dodge again. Okay, let's quit trying to just dodge and actually fight this thing. I got the dodge that time. But anyway, the blue bar you have to deplete before you're able to knock the enemy around, which you saw the little crash animation of the blue bar depleting. I'm going to die to this little mini boss. I should have done a wilder attack actually, or a crush attack as it's called. Go to the next area. But anyway, control-wise, it has 360 controller support right out of the box, right to go, which is a very good thing in this style game. You can set up keyboard controls. I highly don't recommend it. I don't know. There's some people out there that are great at games like this with keyboard controls, but I am not one of them. This would be an insane game of finger DDR. Okay, we got another one of the dogs, but it's not really boss level anymore. Now they throw them at you as little normal enemies. Take you out. When they're charging up attack, it's very telegraphed, as you can see. So you get ready to dodge or punch them if you've broken their blue meter, so you can knock them around. You can just punch them out of those things. As with the dash, there's a very interesting mechanic with it. You can steer it, or you can like excuse me, I'm trying to not die here. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, the dash you can steer, or if you use the dash with the D-pad neutral, it will automatically kind of home in on the nearest enemy, which is pretty cool. Oh, need to get some dodges going. Okay, now let's talk about the wild meter. At first, it seemed just like a power meter for, you know, power attacks, stronger attacks. That's what it seems like at first, but it's actually a lot more in-depth and complex than that. Surprisingly so for what seems like a rather simple game mechanically to begin with. Okay, let's not get hit by those. You can actually punch those out of the sky too, which is pretty cool to do. Anyway, the wild meter, as it gets higher, your damage goes up. And you see you'll start glowing, having an aurora. If you take damage, it goes down. Ah, stupid knives. If you take damage, it goes down. The higher it is, the more damage you do. Which seems pretty self-explanatory, but it also affects the enemies. The higher it is, the more damage you take from enemies, and the more aggressive they will be. Got a boss here, or a mini-boss. And I mistimed that. Okay, let's do a crush attack to try to kill this guy. There you go. There's quite a few different crush attacks based on the orientation of the analog stick when you use it. Okay, let's not let these guys spam me with knives here. Get some more wild meter since I used all of it in that crush attack. Now there's also another very important aspect to the wild meter. You see the panic bar, the line in the middle of the wild meter right now? You can use the panic button to heal yourself and also do an area effect, high damage to everything around you. Oh, I should have dodged that. I did dodge that. Every time you use the panic ability, the threshold, the minimum required to use it, goes up. It's your only source of healing in the game, and you got to be careful how you use it because it gets more and more expensive wild meter wise every time you use it. It also doesn't only take as much as the threshold. Every time you use it, it completely drains your wild meter. But yeah, the enemies get stronger. Well, they don't really get stronger, you just take more damage from them. But they do get more aggressive the higher your wild meter is, meaning they attack more often. See how I have pretty much a hell of knives coming at me? It's because my wild meter is maxed out. So it's a very interesting dynamic of deciding if you want to save your wild meter to heal, or if you want to do a crush attack to pretty much destroy most anything. If you have a full wild meter, you'll mostly kill a boss as well. I think I need to go down now. Won't one-shot a boss, but it'll almost... Hmm? Where do I need to go? I don't know why I'm jumping around when I can just dash endlessly. Okay, I do just need to go up higher. We got another boss here, and I mistimed the dodge on that. I did time the dodge right that time. And that time, but he comboed me. Getting the dodge timings down is the key to this game. Come on. And you hear that little sound effect and have that little blue effect around you when you get a perfect dodge, and doing so gives you a moment of invulnerability past the time that the dodge gives you for invulnerability. Yeah, I got you now. I really could have just completely destroyed him with a wild attack if I wanted to. The game likes to do this. It gives you a mini boss. Okay, let's do a panic, because I was pretty close to dead. The game likes to give you a mini boss and then throw them in as almost normal enemies right after. Now there is a bit of a negative that I have to say about this game. It has some technical issues. There's issues with full screen for me. It crashes trying to go into full screen. The developer's looking into that one. And there's some wonkiness with some of the settings, sound settings not liking to save when you exit the game. So it does suffer from a little bit of technical issues. But I do know that the developer is actively working on those. I will mention this game, this isn't an in-development game, this is a released game. As is everything in this series for the most part. Okay, it's getting crazy down here. It is available for $10 on the developer's website through a Humble Store widget. And so what am I thinking of it so far? It's freaking awesome. Okay, I can't say that enough. This game is so much fun. The combat is so fluid and visceral. And there's no like combos like having to hit punch, punch, kick, punch and to get some cool combos. It's pretty much everything is a combo you do. Which might seem a little noobish definitely casual, more casual friendly when it comes to the combat, but it doesn't mean that it's easy. This game is not easy by any means. I'm making it look a little easy, but it's also not punishing. And that's one thing I want to point out, is the game is difficult, but it's not punishing. I don't get that screen. I've always warned that every time I've come through this area. There's just completely empty screen. I don't really know why it's even there. And now we got a big doggy. And I'm pretty good at dodging his normal attacks here. And then I just shattered his guard. I guess it would be the best way. Oh, didn't dodge that. Oh, what was that? Did that dog really just do a piss attack? Okay, let's hit that, because I am about dead. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh. Ah, the fireballs bounce. Okay, he's getting me chained into terrible situations now. Oh, no. Up, up, up. Quit pissing on me, dog. And now he gets some minions. So let's try a wild attack. Take care of the minion and damage him significantly. Oh, well, dogs everywhere. Okay. Up. I kind of messed up that crush attack. But anyway, this game is a lot of fun. The combat is amazingly well done. It's just... Oh, I died. It's just really fluid and a heck of a lot of fun. It's very DBZ-like combat, just done really well. And as I said, it's no combos to memorize. Everything you do is a combo, and it makes you feel like a complete badass when you're sticking the dodges perfectly and just dominating something. A game that makes you feel like a badass, that's always a good thing. I can't really ever beat this boss, though. Especially, I probably won't while trying to talk here. Need to get some wild up. Oh, you know what? Ow, that was a waste of wild meter. Okay, finally broke your guard. But as I was saying earlier, I keep losing my train of thought because this game is difficult and takes a good bit of attention. So I do apologize for the disjointed commentary. No special attacks from you. It's not it's difficult but not punishing. The checkpoints are they're very lenient. Like every area, you just restart the beginning of that area if you die. Getting the dodges down really good on this guy now. Oh, till the other dogs show up. Up we go. Either gotta get up high, or when he starts doing that attack, knock him out of it. Oh, this is going bad. Okay, eat some damage from a panic. That one's rather hard to dodge. Oh, no dodging for me. But anyway, it's very lenient when it comes to checkpoints. You just start at the beginning of that screen again. Up we go. And there's no life system. You can just keep playing, dying as many times as you want. You can actually choose any area and any level or in any mini area inside that level from the start screen. Like right as you're starting the game, you can start anywhere in the game you want to, which is pretty cool. You know, most games only let you choose places you've already defeated. It just lets you do whatever you want. The game's really about just having fun. Okay, good. That didn't waste my wild meter. That did, even though I didn't hit anything. Okay, quit interrupting my wild attacks. So the game is very clearly designed to just have fun, you know? It doesn't want you to get frustrated with the game. It just wants you to enjoy the amazing combat. Oh, up we go. Come on, die. And... Oh, jeez, this thing's home. Come on, just get over the panic level, please. So I can heal again. There. Thank God. That didn't heal me all the way, or I just took a lot of damage, like, right off the bat. Just need to dodge more. Okay. This is getting terrible. I need to thin the crowd here. Okay. Clearly I'm not going to beat that guy on this video. But, you know, it seems a little shallow in a way. There's no progression system, no kind of leveling up, choosing new abilities, unlocking abilities, kind of thing you see in pretty much every genre of game these days. I'm not saying that as a negative, though. I do like those kind of systems in games. It's generally what keeps me playing games for longer than 10 minutes. But this game really just knows what it wanted to be and focused on that. It's no nonsense, not adding any unnecessary elements, just focused on being a extremely fast-paced Manic Aerial Brawler. Don't need any other fluff along with that. It just knows what it is. It's very self-aware of that. This game, I love this game. I'm going to say that. This game is so much fun. You can even do the crush attacks without Wild, but it doesn't seem to be nearly as impressive. So, final verdict. What do I dislike? What do I thumbs down about this game? The settings wonkiness and general technical issues it's suffering from right now, but with the major caveat that the developer is definitely working on that. The developer is very active in supporting this game. Thumbs up. Everything else? Pretty much everything else. The extremely fluid and visceral combat, the very simple to learn controls yet hard to master. Even the fact that it's as difficult as it is, I really like, actually. I like challenging games. The enemy design is pretty good and varied. The bosses are interesting, even though that dog pisses at you, which I'm still not sure how I feel about that. Kinda wrong. And so, is it fun? Yes, it is very much fun. I highly recommend getting this game, or entering to win one of the copies I'm giving away just by leaving a comment, and I'll give 3 copies away. But if you don't win a copy of this game, you really should go check it out. And I will probably be adding it to my indie game store of my highly recommended indie games, which I will have a link in the description to that as well, like I do in every description of every one of my videos. So, I've been FedoraG4mer. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.